Good evening. We'll get to those stories in a minute. But first, today the future of a man who admitted to killing his pregnant fiancée and her unborn child in Rapid City back in 1994 went before members of the South Dakota Parole Board.
Joaquin Ramos, who went by Jack, pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the death of Debbie Martinez. He was sentenced to life in prison without a chance of parole. Since then, there have been several unusual developments in this case, including the failure of the state's victim notification system to do its job. Tonight, Angela Kennedy brings you the first part of this KELOLAND News investigation into Marsy's Law violations.
In 2010, then-Governor Mike Rounds commuted Ramos's sentence to 150 years, making him eligible for parole. However, Rounds has consistently told the parole board that he does not support Ramos getting out of prison because he says the family of Debbie Martinez was not able to voice their concerns before he granted the commutation. And if he had heard from them, it would have changed his decision. That's not the only time members of the victim's family say they've been let down by the system that is supposed to give them a voice in these matters. KELOLAND Investigates covered Ramos' emotionally charged parole hearing and uncovers how the state's victim notification system is failing to follow the law designed to protect victims and their families. Joaquin Jack Ramos is no stranger to sitting before a board, pleading for his freedom and telling them he's a changed man thanks to his Christian faith and anti-violence programs in the prison.
I was messed up and I was so angry at myself. I wanted to change. I didn't want to be the same person I was. And from that's when I went and started helping other people.
Ramos earned his bachelor's degree while in prison and is currently working on a master's in counseling. While 13 people, from those who ran prison programs to those he served time with, testified on his behalf, some of the most powerful and emotional testimony came from Debbie Martinez's family, who says her death was the accumulation of horrific acts.
Because he can't even tell you what he's done. He can only sit here and say it's an accident. It's an accident. Maybe the death was an accident, Jack, but everything leading up to that was not an accident. You knew what you were doing.
Pennington County State's Attorney Mark Vargo, the original prosecutor of Ramos's case, also spoke out against parole.
That what he did was grab Debbie by the hair, pull her down, force her into submission, and then strike her with a firearm.
Martinez's children witnessed her death. Her daughter, who was 8 at the time, spoke to the parole board via Zoom.
The night my mother's life was ended, I seen her take her last breath at that moment. I don't know for sure if you have changed, but I remember the person you were back in 2000 or in 1994, and that person terrifies me to know that he might get out.
While Martinez's family is committed to keeping Ramos behind bars, they may have missed their chance to testify at all due to a problem in the victim notification system. The statewide Automated Victim Information and Notification, or SAVIN, was put into place in 2016. Marsy's Law also passed in 2016 as a constitutional amendment to expand crime victim rights and prevent situations like Rounds' commutation without the victim's family being informed.
But now Marsy's Law is passed.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know.
You are supposed to know.
And do you?
No. Unequivocally, no. We have, in at least 4 instances, found out within days of a hearing or days of a proceeding without notification.
According to Marsy's Law, victims have the right to reasonable, accurate, and timely notice of and to be present at all proceedings involving the criminal or delinquent conduct, including release. However, for this latest parole hearing, SAVIN only gave the Martinez's family 48 hours notice.
The system that was built for victims, it is not working for victims.
It's broken.
100%.
When Cassidy questioned the SAVIN program coordinator about the issue via email, Deandra Kinnenberg wrote back, "We believe there is an issue with the notifications on Joaquin Ramos being timed out. The tech company that developed and helps us maintain the software are working on it. It explains issues we have had with notifications not going out as they should." Kinnenberg goes on to say, "We do not mean to cause any greater pain for your family at this stressful time."
Is that enough?
No, it's not enough. If you're going to say that your system is broken, fix it. And you should have fixed it the first time, not the third time.
Angela Hansen is Ramos's ex-wife.
He was horribly abusive, and it was not just physical, it was mental abuse. It was sexual abuse. It was using firearms. It was, I've had a gun held to my head.
When Debbie died, did you think that could have been you?
I still suffer from survivor's guilt a lot. There is no reason that it couldn't have been me in the casket instead of Debbie. There's no reason that it couldn't have been. And then Debbie would be the one here doing these hearings for me instead of me doing them for her.
Hansen's testimony before the parole board was raw and emotional. In the end, Ramos had the last word.
There's no amount of words that I can say to apologize to the family. And the way I feel right now, I don't think they will accept it if I did. So what can I do? You know, this is tough for me as well. It's not just tough for them, because this brings me back again to what I've done.
It wasn't enough to convince the board he should be set free.
Mr. Ramos, by 8-1, you did not get the votes to be paroled at this time.
Why do you feel your nephew should have been granted parole today?
Okay, he is a dramatically changed individual. He is not the individual that they keep talking about. And as you notice, they went back to 1994. That's all they know about him. They don't know anything else.
Ramos can start the parole hearing process all over again in 8 months. South Dakota is one of only a handful of states which allows a life without parole sentence for manslaughter. When it comes to the Savin system, even a representative from Brown's office told the parole board today he's not getting timely notifications on Ramos's case either. We reached out to both Savin and the South Dakota Attorney General's office for a response to issues with the system, but have not received an answer.